Alright, I guess I have to do this again. So you don't recall, at the end of December, I talked about Espa covering TVXQ's Neurotic, to which, to my surprise, people actually watched that. And I think shortly after that, we heard about Irene and Seulgi showing up on Immortal Songs for the commemorative TVXQ 20th anniversary episode and such. So I kind of figured that I was going to have to like do another one of these things. I think during the speculation phase of when this was occurring, I think the songs that people were saying that they were going to perform were either Before You Go or Wrong Number. I oh, I was honestly in between those two, but then I think I was also thinking, well, they can probably do O or Triangle. Did anyone even suggest Triangle? And then I think it was last week where it got revealed that it was going to be Wrong Number, which is really perfect for Irene and Seulgi, honestly. I feel Wrong Number overall, compared to Neurotic, is very underrated and such. I remember watching that music video for the first time and kind of being mesmerized by it. I think for sure it was cool that they got to perform the song in full for the most part. I think especially for me, because I haven't seen a Wrong Number performance as a duet, because I'm more used to like obviously how it was originally performed as. So I really do like that like Irene and Seulgi in a way make the song their own and not necessarily just like it's still a cover and such, but like I think covers are more unique when the artist can make it their own as opposed to just like they still pull things from like the original song that like obviously make it what it is, but like mixed in with like what makes that unit group or artists like themselves and such. It's like a perfect amalgamation kind of thing. Obviously, we have to point this out because it is Immortal Songs. The vocal range of this performance is phenomenal and such. Everyone's highlighting Irene, to which I will too. The fact that she got to cover a high note at like the bridge is like, yes, this is great, because I always like that part in the original song and such. To hear Irene cover it is so great. Like Irene and Seulgi cover it. Sugi's great too, obviously, but like Irene doesn't get to have. Irene hasn't had as much vocal like lines, obviously until recently. So like this performance definitely helps like stand that out for her and such. Like it's just great. And then we knew this from the beginning, at least when people actually did drop in details about the fact that it was Wrong Number. We knew that the rap wasn't going to be included, which understandable. However, I didn't know that they actually would substitute it, because it's like half a dance break and like they had like 4 new lines, I think, which is really interesting, I'll say. But overall, like this was a treat. This was really cool at what's witnessing and such. And I hope in a way this is a wake up call for SM to actually finally give Irene and Seulgi a comeback as a unit. Especially with how much activities Irene and Seulgi have done as a unit this year. I think this is the third gig and such. So hopefully after their 10th anniversary mini album that I think is supposed to be in the second quarter, we do get an Irene and Seulgi thing within the third or fourth quarter. I just hope it's actually well marketed, especially going off of Wendy's comeback right now. That the push out is abysmal. So I hope for the best if Irene and Seulgi get a comeback and such. But yeah, this is this was pretty stellar overall, like what I said.